a good time. Thank you very much, Prof. Let me also recognize my former classmates who are here. The great literature, English and literature students. See, when you say you go to school, show us your classmates. Some people are still dealing with that till today. Ugonovim, are you there? Are you my classmate? Do I used to come to class? Thank you. Thank you. I cannot recognize all of you, but I'm using our class captain, the class rep. I think that's what we call it that time. Ugonna was our class rep. He was very close to me, but never allowed me to copy. But he always tell me when there's an assignment to be done and when there is a test that will come up. I'm only interested in the exams. But Ugonna will make sure that he reminds me, even though he will grudgingly assist me to do the assignment because he likes me. But once it's time for exam, Ugonna will disappear. Ugonna, thank you very much for all you did while we were in school. And to all my former classmates, I love you all. Thank you for coming. Please, like I said, I won't be able to recognize everybody, but I've seen my friend, Mr. Ohio from Enugu. Thank you for coming. And everyone that has come, let me especially, with all humility and respect, recognize a man that I used to admire as a young boy, a man that I can call my mentor, a man that can stand as my father in this hall today. Let me especially recognize Uncle Dave. He has been an old family friend, and I'm happy to see him here today. Uncle Dave, thank you very much for coming. The last but not the least, let me joyfully and most respectfully and happily recognize my dear wife, the mother of my 3 lovely children, my 2 boys, and my beautiful Chimazala, the woman that keeps me going, the woman that is my greatest fan, the woman that will be there when every other person leaves, the woman that encourages me and tells me that I'm the greatest thing that has ever happened to this world. I want to especially recognize and thank Her Excellency Princess Adanna Anyaso. I see you. Now, having done all the recognitions, again, I am recognizing everybody that is here in this room. And if I have missed you, I am now recognizing you. Current State Chairman of Offender, are you here? I recognize you. my old friend that I used to borrow his car to go and chase women in Presco. Dodo. Dodo here. Dodo. Thank you. Thank you for releasing your car in those days. Thank you. And also, before I forget, I don't know if Ekene is here. Kempi, the MD of what's the name of the bakery? Dennis Bread. Dennis Bread. Meanwhile, we'll have over 1,000 loaves of bread for the students, courtesy of Dennis Bread. So Dennis Bread, they used to be my very close family friends when I was here, and they made sure I never lacked bread as a student. So Ekene, thank you very much. Without wasting more time, I want to dive into the business of today. And now, I am your lecturer, so I expect everybody to pay attention, including the professors, my former HOD, the current deans of all the faculties. This is your lecturer speaking. And based on the powers invested in me right now, I am appointing the Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, to be the class rep of this lecture. And I am also appointing Professor Nkechi as, she will write names of noisemakers. So if you make noise, she will write your name. So all doors close, nobody leaves until I'm done. The topic of today's lecture is from classroom to boardroom. The power of education in shaping destinies. A distinguished alumni lecture delivered by myself today, the 10th of July, 2025. All protocols duly observed. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are happy to listen to me. I am not like those wicked lecturers. I am going to make sure that you all come out with A's from this lecture, because it is a homecoming for me. And like I said, it is not just a homecoming, but a homecoming of hope. And that hope is what I'm going to leave with each and every one of you here in this hall today, especially the students. Hope and your dream is all that you have. But when you put it into work, you will one day stand where I'm standing to talk to a big audience like this. So today is not just a lecture, it is a homecoming. It is deeply emotional and symbolic for me, because I don't stand before you as a perfect man, but as a living testimony, a story of transformation from uncertainty in the classrooms to the responsibilities of the boardroom today. This university gave me more than an education. It gave me belief. It gave me the courage to dream. And today, it gives me the honor to deliver the first ever distinguished alumni lecture. And so this is my story, a journey of grace and growth. You know, when the comedian was speaking, I picked up a few things. He said that grace follow. In everything you do, you must ask and pray for grace. The man standing before you today is a product of grace. So I would like to begin from a personal place, because the most powerful truths are born from real experiences. I was born and raised in the lively and ever-bustling city of Aba. I am proudly from Abia State, and even more proudly an alumnus of Ebonyi State University. I walked the same path many of you walk now. I sat in those lecture halls. I faced academic pressure. I wrestled with self-doubt. I even questioned whether my dreams would survive outside these gates. When I graduated in 2003 from the Department of English, Language and Literature with a degree that didn't reflect my potentials, many people quietly wrote me off. Some thought my story had ended before it truly began. But little did they know that I only came to grab the degree and run. And I grabbed it and I ran. But let me tell you, your result is not your reality. I refuse to let one degree define the rest of my life. I wore that degree as a badge, not of shame, but of determination. Greatness is not always born from accolades. It is forged in attitude. I chose growth. I devoured books. I asked questions. I sought mentors. I failed. I learned. I rose. And I kept running with that my degree that I have grabbed and ran. Today, by the grace of God, I lead a group of companies under the Cades Group with investment in oil and gas, real estate, hospitality, construction, and healthcare. We have created jobs, generated over $1 billion in oil revenue. And we worked with global giants like the likes of Vitol, the likes of Total, and Mobil. But beyond the figures and boardroom, I found something deeper, which is purpose. Can I hear you say purpose? Can I hear you say purpose? So you must find your purpose. And when you find your purpose, you have started your journey to success. So my dear friends, education shouldn't be seen as an ornamental achievement, but as a functional instrument for personal growth and societal change. Let me be clear. Education is not a certificate. It is not a title. It is not a grade. Education is a tool that builds you, shapes you, and equips you. True education begins after graduation. It lives in the risks you take, the failures you survive, and the reinventions you master, and then the wisdom you gain. That is why the comedian said, start now. Because if you say you want to wait until you graduate, they will leave you. You will not find anyone. So you must start now. While I was here in 1999, 2000, 2001, I was hustling. Ugonna, you can testify. I used to have the best snooker board on campus. I used to jump night bus. Those days that I was going to say I don't come to class, I'm on a night bus going to Lagos to go and buy computers for House of Assembly members. Sometimes I will be on my way heading to Aba, Ebo Trans, and that one from Enugu. I was their favorite, their steady customers, because I was always on the road. If I'm not going to make shirts to sell to my fellow students or the bankers that were my friends, I am going to buy curtains to fix in some of the government official houses. I was hustling. I did not just come here to make a first class. I was pursuing my purpose. So that's what led me back to school to earn a master's in management from the University of Lagos. You know, I never wanted to come to, unlike Zero, the musician that applied to come to Ebonyi State University. Ebonyi State University was not my 100th choice when I wrote JAMB. And it's not that my JAMB score was bad. I had 242 then. But by the time I had gotten the admission in Unilag, I realized that my O-level was not complete. So this was how I ended up, because I didn't want to stay at home. My younger sister here have gotten admission in Nsukka, and then she will be in school, I will be at home. I said, no, whatever school that is available, I am ready to go. That was how I came to Ebonyi State University. But after I graduated with whatever degree I came out with, I did not relax. I still went back to that University of Lagos that I wanted to go to. Now, not as an undergraduate, but as a postgraduate student. And I can tell you that today, I have 2 master's degrees from University of Lagos. And 1 is currently in view. And I also did not stop there. I continued to an executive certificate, to get an executive certificate from the St. John's University in New York. Not for prestige, but for perspective. That is the same belief that led me to establish the CHIMA Anyaso Education Foundation, a tuition-free nursery and primary school for the underprivileged children. Because no child's dream should be buried by poverty. I built the first modern nursery school in my community in 2007 at the age of 27 years old. That was my first investment. Immediately, I finished my NYC in 2005 from Yanekpaja in Lagos. I was already working before I went to camp. By the time I left camp, I went back to my office, the company where I was working, and immediately I started making money. I did Akurulo. I went to my community and I built them a modern nursery school. And today, we have moved from just nursery school to modern primary school. And I can tell you that since 2008 to date, we have graduated over 5,000 children. And they have never paid a dime. The teachers are well paid. And we make sure that at the end of every month, not every time, they receive their salaries. Because we want them to be happy to take care of those underprivileged children. Let me emphasize that the classroom is a seed, not a shelter. Let me speak directly to the students here today. Your classroom is not a shelter. It is a seedbed. Your degree is not your destiny. Say, my degree is not my destiny. It is only your starting point. Life outside these walls won't hand you multiple choice questions. It will hand you pressure, setbacks, and opportunities disguised as problems. The world will not ask you for your certificate. It will not ask you for your competence. It will ask you for your competence, your creativity, and your contribution. So I urge you, don't just study to pass. Study to understand. Study to build. Study to lead. Read beyond your curriculum. Cooperate beyond your department. Experiment beyond your fears. Don't let anything hold you down. Start now. Build something now. You can make impact if you don't overcome fears. You will not make impact. You need vision, consistency, and courage. So you have to learn to build and prepare for leadership. If a person who has never engaged in enterprise or managed a business is elected to public office, public funds inevitably becomes their first business experience. And Nigeria cannot afford such costly apprenticeship. Some may argue that governance is about more than managing public resources. But let me be honest, it is not less than that. To secure the nation, you need funding. To close budget deficit, you need fiscal discipline. To build infrastructure, you need capital allocation. The thread that ties all this together is one word: money. How it is raised, how it is spent, and how it is accounted for. Governance is ultimately the management of collective wealth for collective progress. Now ask yourself, will you hand over the operating theater to a man who has never held a scalpel simply because he claims to care about health? Of course not. Yet, many are quick to hand over public coffers to individuals who has never even balanced a small ledger or navigated the discipline of payroll in business. You don't learn financial management with public money, because when you fail, the people will bleed. In this emerging Africa, where median age is 19, but the leadership age hovers near retirement, we must redefine leadership, not as a reward for loyalty, but as a continuation of service. And in this redefinition, private enterprise becomes the ideal training ground, the proving ground where ideas are tested, discipline is built, and failure teaches faster than theory. For today's students, the call is clear: build something, manage risk, solve problem, create value. When you have mastered that in the marketplace, then and only then can you competently scale those principles to national challenges. From boardroom where balance sheets matter to ministries where budget determines future. The same rules apply. You can't give what you have never had the discipline to earn. The goal is not to discourage political ambition, but to elevate it, to show that entrepreneurship isn't just a career path, it's a leadership school. It is here that you will find your rhyme, refine your principles, and build the kind of legacy that will someday give you the moral authority and the economic wisdom to influence policies, shift paradigms, and rewrite the history of this nation. Say, yes, I can. Now, let me give you 6 nuggets that took me from classroom to boardroom. Number 1, start where you are. You don't wait for ideal condition. Add value from where you are. Like I said when I was here, I didn't wait to graduate before I started doing business. If you listen to my citation or my biography, you will hear that even as a secondary school student, I was buying and selling. Maybe because my both parents were traders, yes, but I did something. I was not dependent on just my parents or calling my uncles and aunties asking for handouts. I did something for myself. When I go to the village with my father, I will pick mangoes, oranges, whatever I can find in the village, and I'll come back to the city and sell them for more than what I bought them for, if those ones were purchased in the village. But sometimes I go to the mango tree in my father's compound and I pluck the mangoes. And you know what I have done? I have saved transportation cost using my father's vehicle, free ride, to move those items from the village to the city. So number 2, turn knowledge into value. You have to solve problems. That is how I launched Second Energy. When I saw that where I was working, We were just doing lending and then FX trading. And I saw that there was a vacuum in the oil industry. I immediately jumped in to solve that problem. That is how Second Energy was born. And today, like you heard, Second Energy has done turnover of in excess of $1 billion. Number 3, never stop learning, formally or informally. Keep growing. I didn't stop learning, and I am still learning because I still have a master's degree in view. So you must continue to learn. Number 4, build people. Not just profit. Your team is your real asset. And this is one thing I never took for granted. I kept building, and today I am still building. Give back as you grow. If your success does not lift others, it is incomplete. So, you heard how I built the first modern nursery school in my community. That is giving back. So as you grow, you must give back. And today, we are also going to give back to the institution that gave us so much. Do you have the project on your slide? Why they prepare for that? Lastly, lead. Okay. So today, this is what we are going to be giving back to Ebonyi State University. It's going to be called the CHIMA DESMOND Study Pavilion or Student Pavilion. I don't know. So in this pavilion, students will find a very decent place to refresh, rehearse, study, and interact. I am told that this project is going to cost us around 2 to 250 million. But we are happy to complete this project within the next 12 months. By the time we are coming back here for the 2nd anniversary, we will be commissioning this project. And I hope my SAN will be here with me. I have my dear friends who are going to assist me to make sure that this dream becomes a reality, because they are all billionaires. So you don't have any fears. In the next 12 months, this project will become a reality. So now, I want to turn my words to the institution that nurtured my growth, challenged my potential, and molded me into the individual standing before you today. If we truly want to shape destinies, our institution must evolve. Let's redesign the curriculum to emphasize leadership, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Let's integrate soft skills and digital literacy into every course. Let's establish innovation labs and student venture funds. Let's make it mandatory for final year students to pitch real-world projects before graduating. Let EBSU become known not just for producing graduates, but for producing game changers. To my fellow alumni, it's time to give back. To my fellow alumni, we are more than past students. We are stakeholders now, and we must see ourselves as stakeholders and live by example. Let us mentor. Let us fund scholarship. Let us upgrade infrastructure. Let us open doors for others. If this university sowed a seed in us, now is the time to return as rainmakers to water the dream of the next generation. And to the students, own your story. What did I say? Own your story. My dear students, your future is not written in your grade. It is written in your creed. Some of the most successful people on earth started from failure, from rejection, from nothing. Use your setback as stepping stones. Turn your delays into discoveries. Start the blog, learn the trade, build that app, volunteer, and stay consistent. You are not too young to lead, not too small to matter, not defined by your result, but by your resilience. As I close, say to yourself, I am possible. So as I close, remember this, I am not a product of perfect condition. Like I said, while I was here in Ebonyi State University, I never saw beautiful, tall buildings like this. In Isheke, we had only one-story building while I was there. Every other thing was like a poultry farm where you had chickens. That is where we learned. That is where we studied. That is where we wrote our exams. In those cages. But we did not allow it to limit us. Today, you even have fan, air condition. We never saw anything like that. So you are privileged children. Nothing should hold you back. So I'm not a product I'm a product of grace, grit, and growth. If a young man from Ibere in Bende, local government of Abia State, with a third-class degree, now you know, that is what I graduated, that is what I ran with. Proudly, I ran with my third-class degree. I had to put it in the closing remark so that you don't use it as your own to define yourself. It is not, you don't say because he had a third class, you should also have a third class. Our destinies are not the same. You must study and make the best of yourself. This was the best I could make for myself. With my God and the grace by my side, I am who I am today. So if I can build businesses, successful businesses, influence policies, and stand before you today, then you too can. Say, I can. I can. Your story is still being written. Make it a story of courage, of creativity, of conviction. Let us redefine education, not as a destination, but as a journey. From classroom to boardroom, the theory to impact, from dream to destiny. Let's rise as we shape the future. Thank you. God bless all of you. God bless Ebonyi State University, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
I'm the bunch. You only have one life to live. If you're lucky, then you might get through. I was down, so down, took the hit. Was a miracle that got me.
seminar. We have a Havidon. We also have a sister of the guest speaker. So first, like we said, please can you return to your seats so that it will be organized as we have been before this point. On this note, let me also recognize former council chairman of Ishelu local government, Ansebo State, Dr. Obi Nawachukwu is here. Quickly, let me invite His Excellency, the chairman and CEO of St. Tropez Hotel for his goodwill message. Nonso Ozemena. While he's coming, let me also invite Havidon to stand behind him. Oh, you're bringing the Alaji. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. The Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor. Please let me stand on the existing protocol. The Chief of Staff to the Governor, thank you so much. Ebonyi State, Nde Jeno, Biko, Council Igbo, a little bit. I want to sincerely thank EPSU for nurturing CHIMA and giving to Nigeria at large such quality person. CHIMA is a kind man. For me, as a friend, that's the most important thing it represents in all of us. When you have CHIMA, you have someone. So, but most importantly, because I'm more of Onye Ebonyi than Onye Anambra, I'm more of an Ebonyi man than Anambra. I grew up here. My mom still stays here till today. Ebonyi State, we can't talk about this institution without giving kudos to Senator Sam Ominyago. He invested massively in education. So as of 1999-2000, the narrative changed in the Southeast. Most students in the southeastern part of the country between 1999 and 2000 resorted to coming to EPSU. We will give back, and on behalf of my friends, we will support and make sure that this leadership pavilion will come to limelight in less than 12 months. So we will engage with people, and you will hear, we have been giving. If you go to Isheke, I built the best chapel in Isheke at Father Nome's place. I'm not from Ebonyi, but I grew up here. So we'll continue giving. We will continue giving. Thank you so much. Thank you, this wonderful state, for giving us such edifice. And we want to thank Governor Boni and Wifuru. He's been doing so well. He too is a kind man. Thank you so much, and God bless Ebonyi State.
Whatever you are giving, and you have given nothing to the MC, you have not started. Ladies and gentlemen, Nonso Zemene has taken charge of the goodwill messages on behalf of CHIMA's friends. And to your dear sister, we recognize you. Thank you for the bundle, but you can make it too. Let me invite at this point the chairman of the organizing committee for vote of thanks. Please quickly, Prof, sir. Can we put hands together for Professor Philip?
Please, what? Please, may all the National Executive Council of AFNEWS alumni come down. Dr. CHIMA Desmond Anyaso, we are very grateful. What you did today, you have opened gate for more investors, alumni members, and others to invest in AFNEWS. For having done that, today, 10th July 2025, the Ebonyi State University Alumni Association is hereby present a Distinguished Personality Award to you as a distinguished member of AFNEWS Alumni Association. We are grateful.
Association of Abia State Students presents this award to Dr. CHIMA DESMOND. An award presented to a philanthropist, Dr. CHIMA DESMOND, from the students, NAS, Ebonyi State Chapter. Congratulations.
Your Excellencies, good day to you all. My name is Albert Ifeanyi Okechukwu-Ezolo, the son of Mr. Okechukwu-Ezolo, a very good friend to you, sir. I'm here to present an artwork I made just 7 days before this very great event. Good day to you all. Thank you, sir, for being a blessing to this world, for being a blessing to AFNEWS. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. The vote of thanks.
Yeah, one house. One house, one house, one house. This is the day that the Lord has made. And we are it was very, very marvelous in His sight. Chief Dr. Desmond Anyaso, I want to thank you and thank everybody who has found it worthy to come and join us for this first distinguished alumni lecture. As you're going back your home, we wish you to get back to your home safely. For all the good things you're going to do for us, we thank God and we'll keep thanking God in Jesus' name. Amen.
Please, thank you very much. First of all, Dr. Chikongwe, thank you. Best man, Eruba, thank you very much. And we have come to the end of this event. God bless everybody. God bless the speaker, the Vice Chancellor, represented by the DVC. Thank you. God bless you. Please, we are progressing to the side for the